This is Justin AMZN on Thursday, August 22nd, 2019. Taking a look at how the 5-minute moved, we gapped up and didn't quite touch the 21 on the daily. Made this really nice triangle pattern here, slightly lower highs, higher lows, and then these three candles here turned into somewhat of a evening star reversal that just collapsed. Tried to bounce at 1815, did not. Got crushed lower. A lot of sellers here, and then a lot of buyers came in, right around the 1800 price, the low being 1810 cents, and that was somewhat exhaustion volume on this move. You were too late if you're going bearish down here. It just grinded back up to 1815, double topped there, rolled over again, came back up, got a little bit higher, a little bit above. You can see the bulls getting on, and then this candle similar to this one, just the location where it started, but taking out the bulls, taking out the people trying to buy. That's what I mean. It's any of the bullish move above 1815 was just getting crushed today. And even into the close, the last 5 minutes, really saw this candle very similar to this one here. And so after all of this, where maybe bulls were thinking that was the last ditch effort, and of the bears, and it's going to be up from here. Well, no, bears were back at the end of the day, rolling over again here, and then pretty much flat after hours here. So let's look at the move over here. Really small candle right at 8:55, 9 o'clock. You could have been getting into this bearish, and or at least having a setup where you got to stop up here, and your trigger entry down here or here or here or anywhere below any of these lows, especially below the bullish ones. Like this one, I think this one's a shaved bottom. Let's see, the open and the lower are the same. Yeah, so this one's a shaved bottom. I would say that's the entry. Get your trigger right here. Be a little more conservative. You can wait to down here. But you're already looking at more than a 1-to-1 down to 1815. And then if it goes further down, it's even better. And that's just looking at the stock. If we take a look at the puts, you had some incredible opportunities to buy this really inexpensive. This is the 1800 put, and literally getting in like 350. You would have had to been quick. 350 by 250. That's $100 risk. Look at this, how sideways this is right here, just showing you. It's like, okay, just buy it $3. I mean, that's what you can do to get in early on these sometimes, if it goes in that direction. If you're calling it to go bullish and you're in, something up here, getting into calls, you're getting, well, you wouldn't have been at 1825. Maybe, well, you could have been. I mean, just hard to have $100 risk. Let's look at, okay, that's $2. Now let's go with something a little closer, like 1840 maybe. So we're still a little bit out of the money. But let's see. Okay, maybe you could have been in this, like 5 by 4, or getting in it, buying at 4 right here, looking for it to go bullish. It tries to get up to 5, doesn't get there, and then comes right back down. You got your stop down at 3, you're stopped out for an hour. And, at the same time, you can be in a put, getting in at 3, the step down at 2, and this one works. And this, you just held on to. I mean, it was running into 1815 right at 925. All right, right at 925. Let's see, that was this candle. So it ran up to 6. So you got it at 3, it's up at 6. You could have been getting out right there, right at 1815. Or tightening up your stop, at least to 4, probably at 5, lock in 2R. But it continued, and it ran all the way up to a high of 1278, almost made a 10R. Pretty phenomenal move, getting almost to 1800 on the penny, and then off by a dime, and then started to climb. So the puts were losing value. You can see the double top on the, you can see the double top on the stock playing out as a double bottom here in the options, going sideways. But this was still another opportunity. Could have been buying this around $5 and just scalping out an R to get up to 6, and then it came back down. Again, here you could have been buying at 5, stop at 4. After it makes this move, for it to roll back down, the stock to roll back down, and then even run into the close. So 5 by 4 worked a few times here, And I mean, 5x4 could have been where you were getting in. Well, you probably wouldn't be getting in there here, or getting in when it was at this. This was not the place to get in 5x4, but this was, and this was, and even this was. This one would have been phenomenal. Within like a minute or two, you were up 2R. And by the time the 5-minute candle closed, you should have been out because it's just day trade. But look at this. You could have been buying this 5x4 right at the close and ran up to 8, probably getting out at 7 or even at 6, just scalping an R. I mean, that's phenomenal to be able to do that right at the close. I did not. But that's always the setups we're looking for. And, it really shows that at any point of the day, there's opportunities there. We'll see how things play out on a Friday with weekly options expiration. We're back below 1815. We could retest back up into it a little bit, roll over. It looks like, though, we are not getting above the highs here yet, unless we do something to gap above it, which would also mean gapping probably above the 21 here. If we can get some sort of open above 1841.30, then I think we're off to the races. But right now, there's still a lot of bearish candles, and bears are going to try and push this thing down. So the next target I've got is 1747. See if we can get down there. We haven't really gotten into any of these X marks the spots. This down here would have been for, let's see, was this today or tomorrow? That's today, 22nd. So didn't get down there for this one. We could get down here for this one. This one is on the 27th, and it's possible, but that'd be a big move down. Let's see, this candle is very similar to this one from where it started and where it ended. And it's just something that we've done before. We've traded bearish through this recently. Similar here, trading bearish through it. So we could do some sort of inside gap up and fade and go back down. We could do something like this, in this same area. We've been in this area before around 1815. So look back to the left and see kind of what's happened for and how we could have traded it properly there, and at least have good setups for what's going on. Yeah, even in here we're selling down from these same areas like this. Even this one too. This one opened up a little bit higher in the 1840s, or 1839 for the open. But similar area that it's just been selling off from. Let's see, this one was 1827.30. I heard today's open price. Oops, too far. Today's open was 1828, ran up to 1829.41. So not quite a shaved top, but staying below 1830. We're still losing that bearish momentum here. So that's the kind of one argument against continuing bearish. But we did have some more volume come in with the bearish candle. We closed below yesterday's high wave candle, and so this looks a little more bearish. Even getting in something, if we move below the low from today and from 2 days ago, and a stop up here above the 21, that's still 1 or 1.5 R's down here to 1747. If we can push that low, it's probably an R to get to down near these lows here, a little bit above 1747. But yeah, we just have to kind of wait and see. Let's see, what was the high? Oh, the high here was 1829.58. Here was 1829.41. For all, I mean, that's less than a quarter. That's only 17 cents away from a tweezer top. That's pretty strong. They have kind of the same highs right in here. So, I'm kind of expecting some more bearishness to come in right here and for some more of this to roll over. Each time we've come back up into this area now, it's not lining up right up with the line I've got here, but it does look like this has been a really, really strong resistance. It's a really nice channel. And to play the channel, you get in bearish here, and you exit the bearish moves, and you buy here. So it's sell high and buy low, and doing that with puts on the way down is a good way to go. Yeah, we'll just keep an eye on how things are moving. So not much going on with calls. They're pretty flat. This is the 1840 call we're looking at. Pretty flat here. We were just talking about this setup. I guess you could have been getting into a call just for it to grind higher, but I think it probably moved up slower than the premium decay. So if we go back to like 1825, we would have had to pick just the right option to be in. So that would have been down here buying like 4. Yeah, this is just scalping an R for getting in at 4, getting out at 5 for this kind of a move. You know, we're just grinding up. So making some nice higher lows. Even this was kind of a retest of kind of a bit of a triangle shape here, and people were looking for that to continue up, and it didn't. Once we got back up, and this is a really strong candle. Once we got back up right into that that open or the high here, that's where you should have been cautious that, okay, we sold off hard from right here. We could easily do it again. This is not the place to go bullish. These people here were not waiting long enough for, you know, the right confirmation. Of course, it's going to roll back down some. And then it did it again. And you can still see the bulls are trying to buy. They're trying to push this higher, and it's just not happening. Even here, it's just not continuing. And so this was a day to be cautiously bullish because it's pretty clear that it was a very bearish day. So hope some folks made some money on the bearish move, or you know, really anything, as long as you're trading the right time frame, the right setup. So hope this helps. This is just AMZN. Thanks.